Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually here with my natural hair. Oh my god, I look so cute. But I have to put in a little bit of a disclaimer because if you see water dripping from my forehead coming down like this, because my hair has been washed, and this is just me on my natural chocolatey goodness. Another disclaimer, please bear with me because the lighting is gonna keep on like flickering, like doing, I don't know if I'm making sense, but anyway, those are the two disclaimers. Let's move right into this video. So why am I here today? Today I'm actually here to give you a little bit of the story time. I'm here to be a little bit of a storyteller. This story time is about that one time I tried to bag myself a white man. Yeah, I'm very serious, by the way. Anyway, let's jump right into this story time. So where does this story take place? For most of you who don't know, I actually wasn't raised in Kenya. I grew up in Zimbabwe. Why am I looking up like I was wondering where I grew up? I grew up in Zimbabwe and I moved to Kenya when I was 13 years old, 12, 13 years old. Well, it was in 2013. That's when I moved back to Kenya. So this story time actually takes place in Zimbabwe, in a little place called Harare, at my school. And let me just say, there was a lot of white folk in my school because it was a missionary school. The school was actually a school and a church. Guys, let me tell you, hey, first of all, quick diversion. Hey, your girl was prayerful. If you say a Christian past Christian, even Jesus had nothing on me, child. Let me say, guys, I was prayerful. You couldn't do anything. I was just always like, Peter, are you going to, do you know, if you made a mistake, I would have to apologize on your behalf. It was deep. Guys, like that school really taught me, like, I don't know if, like, they really made me feel like God was here all the time. Like, if you mess up, he's just here watching you, like, do it. I dare you to do it. Anyway, so in the school, like I said, seeing as it was a missionary school, there was a lot of white children and like white people and white kids. Like, so as we went to school with a lot of white people, obviously you're bound to be friends with white people, etc. So now me, being me, girl, let me tell you, I was a bad bitch because we were in the second grade, and by the second grade, me, I had a crush. Like, there was one specific white boy. For the purposes of this video, let's call him Ethan. Guys, I see this white boy in my heart, would you? I say, oh my god. And then the fact that I told you, me, I was also a Christian girl. So even him, the fact that he was a Christian boy and his father was a pastor, I said, oh my god, I have found the Samson to my Delilah. I have found the Bathsheba to my David. As in, this guy really used to make my heart go wow. And you know, like right now, as I sit down and think about it, I'm like, why did you like him? I couldn't tell you why I like this boy, because for one, it's not like I can't tell you guys, but I know he was hot. Like me, that one I know. Like, even as I stand right now, I know that boy was attractive, because there was also another girl in the class. Let me call her, for the purposes of this video, Brenda. Now, me and Brenda, we were friends, and by the time me and Brenda became friends, he wasn't in the school. So when he came, Brenda was white as well. So Brenda, when she just set her eyes on him, she said, oh my god, who is that? And even me, as I set my eyes on him, I said, oh my god, who is that? Now me, your girl, because me, since I came out of the goddamn womb, I've been shooting my shot, because your girl saw him and said, who is that? Me, I approached him. Personally, me, I approached him. I said, hi, how are you? And you know, like, I've never been able to shut up since I've been a child. So me, I went up to him and I said, hey, how are you? We became friends. Like, we became like tight, really good friends. So me and Brenda, our friendship ended, like, because of, you know, Ethan. Now, that was just a side story. Moving on to how to bag yourself a white man in this 2021, because I've been bagging them since I was younger. Anyway, so moving on. So now me and him are friends, seeing as me, I shot my shot at him. We became friends and everything. And we've been friends since like the second grade, because that's when he came to school. In the second grade is when he came to our school. We've been friends since the second grade to like the fourth grade. Guys, me in those 2 years, I'm dying for this boy. I'm saying, oh my god. And then also he was smart. Oh, I lied. I can't remember why I liked him. He was also smart. We were doing Barack Obama, Michelle type things. If he was black, like he was position 1, I was position 2. We were just in the competition, competing. The only difference is that he was athletic and I was fat. So that was like the only problem. But other than that, me and him got along really, really well. And we were like, actually at a point we were best friends. Like, we literally used to call each other best friends. If I wanted to stay home from school, like if I wanted to tell my parents I don't want to go to school tomorrow, I would communicate with him before, and we'd be like, okay, so tomorrow I'm not coming to school. If him is not coming to school, I'm not coming to school. Like, we were like inseparable. Now, he didn't know I liked him. But you see now, let me tell you, when you like somebody, you manage to live in a delusion that you think they like you back. It's just that they haven't said that they like you back. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, in my head, I used to think the small things he'd do for me, because he was a really, like, nice guy. Like, he was a great guy. Even, like, as we were children, I remember he was so caring. When people bullied me, he'd always be there to stop them, be like, stop, that's not good, what. So, like, me being at my age, I thought that, you know what? Him standing up for me and doing all these things and him not being mean, like, he must like me. He's just shy to tell me the way me I'm shy to tell him. I was like convinced he must like me. I just was like, I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna let the tensions run a little wild, build the foreplayer. So me, I let him be. I let myself be. We just continued with the we continued with the friendship up till the 4th grade. Now I think in the 4th, 5th, I'm not sure which grade, someone new came. For the purposes of this video, what are we gonna call her? Let's call, I was gonna say Janet, but hey, let's call her, what are we gonna call her? Let me call her Victoria. Yeah. So now this girl Victoria comes, and it was Victoria, her sister, and her brother. The 3 of them, they moved from America. When I tell you you know, guys, when sometimes there's new people that move into the school that make no shockwaves, me, and then there's those people who move into a school and turn the entire school into madness. A madness erupts in that place. Guys, when these guys transferred to our school, her 2 siblings were seniors, and everybody liked them. Like, and the worst part is her sister as well was attractive. Her and her sister, both of them were extremely attractive, and so was her brother. They literally got like boyfriends and girlfriends within the first, second week of school. And now her elder sister, I hope you're following the story, Victoria's elder sister, she now starts dating Ethan's elder brother. And you know, there's not, like, she's now, him and her are like in a serious relationship thing. So when she go, and her parents were like with the shits, they were allowing them to date and everything. So when now Victoria's sister went over to see Ethan's brother, guess who would also be going? Victoria. And when I tell you Victoria and Ethan started liking each other, I mean it. Victoria and Ethan are now starting to kiki, ha ha ha. And me, mind you, I have a very African mother and father. They're not allowing me to go to Ethan's house like that because 1, Ethan is a boy, 2, I am a girl, and 3, no one has time to be dropping me off and picking me up from Ethan's house. Like, what? And my parents always liked to know everybody's ancestral beginnings before I can even go to anyone's house. So Ethan and Victoria are here clearly forming a friendship because they meet in school and after school, because we were also all in the same class. So me being a bitch, like the smart bitch I am, I decide, let me befriend Victoria and tell her I like him so that she doesn't like have the balls to go and get him. I know that's toxic, but I was gonna blackmail Victoria into leaving Ethan the fuck alone. So I go befriend Victoria. Me and Victoria are becoming real close friends. Like, we became like real close friends. So now I'm in the loops. So it's now me, Ethan, Victoria. Now the 3 of us are friends. And now I'm thinking, because I'm in the loop, obviously they can't come and like it. How are they gonna come and like each other and I'm sitting right there like a stick? I'm on a watch. I'm watching y'all bitches. And I was like, yeah, now that I'm here, I'm gonna protect my man. Me, all of us were friends, etc. And now I remember this day like it happened today. I remember it like it was today. We now go to assembly. We're going to assembly, and me, Ethan, and Victoria always used to sit together. But then this time they started this silly rule that boys and girls can't sit together. It was stupid, but Christian school, like I said. So we were now ushered into to go to the assembly, and now all of us are sitting down. We're all waiting. Well, we're being preached to, and during the assembly, I now receive a note, and I'm being told by everybody, because we used to pass notes around, obviously, like in primary and everything. So we're passing, like, the note is passed to me, and they're like, to Victoria. And Victoria was like here of me. So now I pass it on to Victoria, and I'm like, oh my God, who is it? And you know, Victoria was a fine girl. Like I said, when she came, she thundered the entire school down. So she was a fine girl. So me, I was already used to her receiving male attention. And I was like, you know, you receive all the niggas you want, babes. Just leave my man alone. So now she opens the letter and she opens it and it's like an entire butterfly drawn. And I'm like, oh my gosh, who is that from? I'm like, wow, that is so cute. Guys, when I look down, now we're reading, we're like, hey, like the note is obviously asking her to be the babe. It says, I've liked you for some time. I've liked you for a long time. I think me and you would really, like, we'd be a very good couple. I would treat you nicely. Guys, and me, I'm reading this smiling like an idiot, only to reach the bottom of the page to see that this bastard Ethan signed his stupid bastard name on that note, writing Ethan. Ethan! Are you mad? Are you stupid? Guys, I actually felt like I wanted to be killed. Like, I was like the pastor at that point in the assembly, and the assembly said Jesus died for our sins. I was like, they should have killed me instead because I can't with this earth anymore. Like, at that point, I was devastated. I was in shambles. And now Victoria is looking like, oh shit. Because Victoria knows I like Ethan. So now she looks at me like, what should I say? And you can't be a bad loser. So I'm like, you go on and you have a dandy time. You have a nice time. You date him. But Victoria said, no, I'm not looking to date anybody. She was like, no, I don't want to, etc. So she doesn't date him. She turns the offer down. She says, no, I just like you as a friend, etc. So it ends there. But good old boy Ethan wasn't gonna quit. Good old boy Ethan was not gonna quit. Like, not this boy coming to me to now cry to me how Victoria has told him she doesn't want to be with him. I said, what? Like, what? And this thing hurt even more because there was no consolation that, oh, maybe it's because Victoria is white. No, because Victoria was black. Because Victoria was black. She was just American. She was black American. That was the only difference between me and, like, Victoria was black from America and I was black from Kenya. So now me, I'm there really reasoning myself, like listening to Ethan tell me all this, and I'm looking at him like, but I also can't be like, comment down below, could I have been upset? Like, I think about that more often than I should have. Do you think I had a right to be upset? Because as much as I hadn't told Ethan that I liked him, I felt like it was mutually communicated that I like you, hey. Plus, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm thinking about it now and I'm still feeling bad. Like, and by this point, like, now I'm going home, I'm crying, etc. And when my mom came to actually pick me up, like, she asked me what was wrong, etc. And I don't know. I actually think it's mother's intuition, but I think at a point she caught on that it was a boy because she asked me, like, I think 2 or 3 days later from the day that she came picking me up, and I was like, she was like, who do you like? Like, do you like anyone? And I actually told her, like, I like Ethan. But she was just like, she really looked at me like that. Like, she's like, I think like it just registered on, like, on her face, it literally, her face thinking back at it is like, that's a white boy. Is that not a white boy? But anyway, what she told me was, she was just basically like, I mean, you can like him all you want, but be very careful. His mom, she has Maringo. Maringo is like, the mother really used to feel like, I am that queen. Because, her husband was, a top pastor. But that's besides the point. Anyway, long story short, the next day, the weeks after that, Ethan didn't give up. And then one time in class, now we all come together as a class because we're trying to build our connection and bond as a class. All of us now come together and we're all sitting there and we're like, oh, who do you like? Who do you like? And we're telling each other as a class who we like. And so now Ethan was before me. It was Victoria, then Ethan, then me, like to say who we liked. So Victoria was asked, she said, oh, no one really in particular. I don't really like anybody. Ethan, this stupid bastard, like I said, he was asked, like, one thing about Ethan, I'll give him that he was really standing up for what he believed in. If there was someone standing up for what he believed in, it was Ethan. So Ethan is like, I like Victoria. And now me, I said, even me, I have to say, I cannot die with this in my heart. I have to let my heart be known. I said, now Ethan says, he likes Victoria. And now it was me next. So he's like, Paige. And then I'm like, you. And then he's like, no, I already went. And I'm like, you. And he's like, no, you don't get it. I just went. Like, I already just said who I like. And everyone in that area is like, she's saying she likes you, you fucking nigga. So like everyone is like, She's saying she likes you. Get it together, sir. And he's like, oh. And let me tell you guys, like, it was awkward. Like, do you know how awkward it was? Like, I was just there like, okay, I'm even looking at myself in this camera and I'm just like, you look dumb. Like, it was so awkward. Everybody was just looking around, and then the next person was like, anyway, and they went and said what they had to say. But then in the middle, like, before anybody finished, like, before we even finished, Ethan like took me outside, and he's now like, oh, I don't like you like that, like, you know, we're just best friends. And I'm like, yeah, obviously, that's what I meant. I meant I liked you, but like as a friend, come on, Ethan. And he's like, yeah, that's really good that we sorted that out. And this guy, this guy now takes his hand, puts it over my fucking shoulder, and now we walk into class like that because we're best friends of the centuries. There's never been better boys than that. So now we go back into class. Everybody's just looking at me like, guy, like, when will this girl... Like, guys, I don't think I've ever caught a break. Like, I don't... At that point in my life, I don't think I had caught a break. Now I've caught a break. But at that point in my life, I had never, ever caught a break. Like, I just sat there by my desk and I was like... As I watched him go talk to Victoria. And at this point, I guess Victoria was also feeling his energies, because at this point now, they started growing even closer than me and him. And then... At that point, like, they just started growing closer and closer, and then they both came and told me, hey, yeah, we're dating. And I was like, that's great. And it became even worse because a new boy came, and Ethan and the new boy became closer than me and him, and I was just kicked to the sidelines, and I was just, you know, I just used to count down the hours to go home, and I would go home and cry. Anyway, long story short, but anyway, that's just it for this video, guys. I would really appreciate it if you did subscribe, like this video if you really liked it, and please share it. And when I say, I don't know if I actually have to describe what I mean by share. When I say share it to your Instagram, send it to your friends, post it if you really like it, because that's really gonna help my channel here grow, and it just really helps me and gives me motivation to keep outputting content, because it makes me understand what kind of content you want to see. When I see the engagement, it makes me know, oh, okay, they want to see more story times, they want to see more of this. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on my socials.